Yo, what's up, everybody? Justin Jackson. Welcome to another episode of the Real Chat Podcast. Got my co-host,
Michael Thomas.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jamaica in the house.
Let's go. Let's go.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Shaba. Booyaka,
Hey,
boom.
happy Friday, everybody. Definitely happy Friday.
Shout out to all the rude boys and rude guys. You bumper clots.
It'll be happy Monday by the time the episode drop, but it's Friday. We having a good Friday, chilling in the studio, about to catch up on how the week's been, how the last couple weeks been.
Yeah.
So how's your week been?
Man, I've been so tired. My eye been lazier than usual.
Extra lazy eye.
Lazy, yo. Straight up. They don't know what's going on. Is he awake? Is he asleep? What's going on? I'm tired.
That's
All
right. That's right. Look, I mean, we all three of us have started third shift jobs.
Right. Grinding.
So, I mean, getting up and then trying to come do the episode, is probably the best situation, but it's also can be the worst situation.
Right. But when you're trying to build a business, you gotta resort to all means necessary. You know what I'm saying? And you trying to we gotta get that extra income. We got supplies that the podcast need. You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? And I'm trying to launch a whole nother boxing gym.
Yeah.
Maybe a whole nother church.
Right. How's that coming along?
Man, so I talked to the landlord yesterday, and he's being slow-footed with it, but he thinks he has a whole nother location for me to be able to rent, so I can have church services in Manitowoc also.
What?
So I'm hoping to have a church in Manitowoc and Sheboygan.
Man, Corey, you supposed to be clapping on that, man. That's a
what
blessing.
yeah, man.
That's a blessing. That's
We trying to do it all, man. We trying to
That's
expand
right.
all the way around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. It's heavy in the streets.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? Got to get them streams coming,
Yeah.
So another church in Manitowoc?
Yeah, so I've been wanting to start a church in Manitowoc probably for a year or two. And so like this, the landlord, the place where I'm getting ready to rent the boxing gym, it has a space that could possibly be
Okay.
where we could have church services. But like I said, I was talking to the landlord yesterday, and he thinks that he's got a different location that would be even better for me to be able to rent to have church services.
Right.
So yeah, man, we already got people from Two Rivers that drive to Sheboygan for our services, and now this will just make it so much easier for them to not have to drive. But then hopefully we can build up the Manitowoc area.
Right. Get you a following up there.
Yeah.
Hey, matter of fact, I'm glad you said that because so I was talking to Corey earlier, about a young man. I'm not gonna say any names or what's going on, but he definitely reaching out for help. After I had that talk, where I spoke doing the public speaking, and he reached out to me and he needs him a coach, so I recommended Corey, that he be able to coach him and help him out. So he'll be coming home Saturday.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna try to go out and get some coffee with him and introduce him to Corey, that way, they know who each other are. Matter of fact, I just remember we supposed to be working, so we're going to try to figure that out. You know what I mean? So set me up last night. Yeah. But so, I'm going to try to get this young man introduced to Corey because he asked me if I could help him out. And I was like, well, that's not my area, expertise. But the fact is, he's going to be in Manitowoc.
Okay.
So, he's looking for resources and help. So I'm glad you said that, man, because I'm definitely going to send him, eventually, when you get that opened up in Manitowoc.
Yes, sir.
So I hope that all works out, so that this young man, can get the help he needs.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, no, we trying to do things in Manitowoc. I know they've been hungry out there for a ministry that's similar to ours here in Sheboygan. You know what I mean? The black population that's growing out there, and of course, we don't serve just the black community,
Right.
but that is, I'd say, our expertise.
Right.
You know
That's
what I'm
that's
saying?
that's the
We
biggest that's
are-
the biggest community that you have coming in.
Right.
And that's good because there's not too many of them. And I can honestly say that there's just not too many of them in the Sheboygan area, Appleton area, Green Bay area,
Right.
and now Manitowoc, So, I mean, these are the areas where you got a lot of brothers and sisters moving from the inner city
Right.
and coming up these ways.
Yeah, they need
You
their
know?
faith restored, and they want to be encouraged and uplifted, and they want to hear the word preached. And so,
Right.
I'm hoping to be out there really soon this year. Maybe
Man.
this summer. Who knows?
That's
You know what I
big.
mean?
That's big. I mean, hey, you keep that forward momentum, we can do it all.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? It could definitely
We
happen.
taking over the
That's
state.
right. You know what I mean? So, and hey, real chat on the map.
One city at a time.
Go to Manitowoc. You know
Let's
what
go.
I mean? Hey, that's what I'm talking about. So, other than that, man, how's everything going with work? You know what I mean?
Man, work is smooth. I've been recruiting people for the church and for the boxing.
There you
gym.
go.
So, you know what I mean? I'm out here. I'm
you-
planting seeds. And
You run into brother Charles yet?
I ain't seen him one time.
You say
I ain't seen him work
I think,
out one time.
Well, I think he
man.
comes in early. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
that's-
Yeah,
yeah.
he come in during the early time.
Okay.
So I know Koki come in,
I have seen
later. You know what I'm saying? He called me with some news after we had the interview.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he called me and told me he has some something coming up where he might be doing a partnership with Takis.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Finally,
a
making
paid
it
partnership.
happen. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, he been doing them Taki Tuesdays for the longest,
Yeah.
So now it's probably about to pay off.
There you go. Consistency.
So I definitely want to salute that brother, because he does his thing in a different way. But as everybody knows, we had him on here for an interview, and everybody got to hear his story. And this is just one of the things that has happened since then.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to Koki. Hey, you watching this episode, my 10-year-old loves Takis, so they start sending you some free bags and stuff like that. Send some my way. So this little girl, you know what I'm saying?
He about to get a whole bunch of them. Matter of fact, the Positivity booth starts up again tomorrow at the farmers market. So anybody that's gonna be down at the 8th Street Farmers Market, Sheboygan, Wisconsin, check out Koki at the Positivity booth. Get you a free bag of Takis.
There you go.
Because they finna send them a bundle.
For sure.
So he called me late last night. I said, man, I gotta go to work. What you talking about? So I ain't answered the phone, but I called him back before I went into work. He was like, I just wanted to let you know that Takis reached out. I was like, man, that's good. They too hot for me though. I can't handle them no more.
That's not my thing either. You know what I'm saying? Yo, how your week been?
Man.
What's all new with you?
Man, my week has been really good. So, brother Corey hooked me up, with a third shift gig.
Okay.
And, that's been going really good.
Shout out to
what I'm
Corey
saying?
out here make it happen.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So,
Helping us get extra cheese and ham.
you know what I'm saying? Look like a newborn on them forklifts out there, you know what I mean?
yeah?
Yeah, man, I've been driving.
Nah.
Nah, I ain't crashed nothing yet. Not yet. I take it slow. Brother Corey be trying to get me to go put stuff away. I said, nah, I ain't ready for that yet.
Yeah.
So he had to reference.
They gave me a new nickname today.
What they call you? What the nickname is?
They call me Zoom Zoom.
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 You know what I mean?
Zoom.
Yeah.
Hey, I be flying on that joker, man.
Hey, he
Okay.
be coming back and forth, man. I'm
Yeah.
talking about he be up and out of there.
Okay.
My only problem with the job though, they be opening up that bay
keep
door,
it cold
in
in the
the
warehouse.
back. It be too
Word.
cold in there. Yeah, it be too cold. You know
That's
what
how
I mean?
you know you get no. You know what I'm saying? Close the
Hey,
door.
man, it be cold.
Let the heat out.
Then the man that say it's too hot and that's why the door be open, he wait till about 4:00 in the morning and be like, oh, it's cold.
Yeah.
And I'll shut the door, but we already closed the door.
Man.
So
They finna have you wearing layers in the summer.
man, I told him I'm gonna have to wear a thicker sweatshirt, man. It's crazy.
Wow.
Them
And a
temperatures
hat.
dropping.
You definitely gonna
Yeah,
need
I'm gonna
a
need a hat. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got that hair up here no more, so
yeah.
I'm gonna have to add the skull cap.
Pores is
You know what I'm saying?
excluded. Can't stand the elements.
Yeah, but nah, man, the week's been good. The podcast community that I've been involved with, man, that's going good. That's
Yeah.
going good. Actually made a sale today.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So had a call this morning and did really well on it.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So it's gonna start to be fruitful.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start going in on that a little bit more, and I mean, man, yeah, things been good. Had the kids over the weekend, and You know,
Okay.
they planted marigolds, you know, all over the garden.
Nice.
I don't know what the procedure was, but you know, we got 2 here, 1 there, couple over here, you know. But from what
That's
I
all-
hear,
there you go.
from what I hear is the marigolds keep certain insects and animals away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they just don't like them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But we planted corn. You know, like we got some corn, we got some green beans. You know, the green beans sprouting really big, and with all the rain, it spread the seeds all over. And then you know, I got the 2 young dudes at home. I don't know what their procedure in planting plants was, but you know, it's gonna turn out good. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, we gonna have some vegetables, a lot of jalapenos. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Got some green thumbs in the house.
Man, I'm trying. You know, I be trying.
Oh, the secret garden.
Look, I be out there. hey, the best thing, you know. So we talk a lot about self-care, you know what I mean, and trauma and things like that on the show.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I realized that I really actually like doing is gardening.
It's supposed to be therapeutic.
It is, you know what I mean. I get home, and plus they give you something to watch. You want to watch it grow.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like watching your kids. You
You
know what I'm saying?
invested
You want
in
to watch
it.
them grow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I go out there every morning. I water them. You know, I'm looking up different ways that's gonna fertilize them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I mean, every morning, man, it's good to sit out there. You know, and I work at 3rd shift, and then my lady work 3rd shift, so we can both get off. We go grab a chair. We sit out there by the garden,
Okay.
chop it up a little bit, watch some videos.
Yeah.
You know, so man, the week's been good.
Nice.
Week's been good, man. I want to thank Brother Corey. You know what I mean? Because he brought a lot of light to a dark situation
There you
called
go.
child support.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Had to.
Yeah, definitely. You know, so
Get that monkey off your back.
that's right. That's right. You know, so I've been trying to do some things that you know, was more what I thought was more needed at home. You know, so sometimes when we try to do things that we think is maybe more important,
Right.
can kind of hinder something else.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I stayed home to take care of the home front, but then I started falling behind in other things.
Okay.
You know, doesn't necessarily mean I don't care or I'm not trying.
Right.
I just had something else I had to do. But
No, I understand.
that's also what allowed me to be able to purchase this home.
Right.
You know, that we just bought. So, I mean, I had to kind of give
But now
up
you
one
finna
thing
be
for
able
the
to
other.
Help secure that home. You gonna be able to keep it.
Oh, yeah,
more,
definitely. Yeah.
And then even have some more money to play with.
That's right. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm
I'm trying to go play with some money right now.
Right. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to
So,
get a
yeah.
riding.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to get a fit.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And that's it. I ain't
Yeah.
trying to spend too much money though.
Nice. I'm about to spend some money this week coming up, man. So you know, we finna get the opportunity, you know, to take the family down to Kansas.
Oh,
you know,
word?
so I was born in Topeka, Kansas.
Okay.
You know, so I want to shout out to all my family down there. I'm gonna see y'all next week. You know what I mean? So by the time this episode come out, I'm gonna be down there. I'm gonna get to chop it up with my Uncle Bobby, you know, doing life in prison. You know, hopefully he coming home soon. And you know, I mean, it's a blessing because I haven't seen him since I was 5.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, you know, some family got some health issues down there,
Yeah.
and we're gonna go down there. We're gonna spend some time with the family.
That's
You
what's
know,
up.
so-
You know what that reminds me? One of my homeboys is getting ready to get out of prison. I think next month. Shout out to the homie David Day. He been
Yeah.
doing a little bit for a few years now, but he done got his life changed. He talking about he ready to come to church. You know, Corey said he gonna let go of that debt,
Corey,
that money that
that's
he
right.
owed,
Let it
so,
go.
yeah.
Sweep it
and-
under the rug.
and yeah, so I'm excited for him. You know what I'm saying, man? This dude, man, we go way back. Me and him robbed the gas station together.
That's who
back in
you.
the
That's
day
who you
when I
caught.
was-
That's who you caught the case with.
That's what I caught the case with when I was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? Went to jail, in and out of the streets, and
Oh,
you know
man.
What I'm saying? And then we continue to get in even more trouble after the fact. But then in 2010, when I gave my life to the Lord, we went on different routes. You know, I changed my life and started cleaning up and living for Jesus, and he continued on.
He stayed on that
dark
path.
and it led him to where he's at right now.
Okay.
But he's talking about, he wants to come out and he wants to be a new man, and he wants to do some of the same things that you and I are doing. He wants to do some
Man.
motivational speaking,
Okay.
and some positivity type stuff. And he said he was even interested in being on the podcast maybe one day.
Oh man, that's definitely
coming to
we
church.
definitely
and-
with it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
That's
So-
how it starts, man. That's
Yeah.
how it starts. You know, you start showing, leading by example.
Right.
He see what you doing,
Mm-hmm.
and he wants some of that.
Right, right.
You know what I
And
mean?
he got some kids too. He want to show them. He want to lead by example with them and
Right.
keep them out of trouble so they don't make the same mistakes that he made and you and I made and everybody else made. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's good that you in a position, you know, as a pastor and having a church to be able to help him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that don't mean financially. Be able
Right.
to help him, you know, grow as a man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you don't get that a lot of times. We get out of prison and nobody's there. They say they're going to support you,
Right.
but nobody's really there to support you.
So what do?
You know, you go back to what you know.
Go right back to the streets.
You go back to what you know. You know, I mean, it's the easy route. It's the
sure.
easiest way to go.
Right.
And, you know, I'm dealing with that, you know, with a couple of my homeboys right now. You know what I mean? It's easy for them to fall back into that trap.
Yeah.
Because they still in the same environment, around the
familiar.
same people. Exactly. You know, it's comfortable.
Right.
You know, so, I mean, man, that's what happened to me for many years.
Same
Stay
here.
stuck in that trap. You know what I
Right.
mean? I got out and I was like, oh, I'm going to do good. Excuse me, 1 foot in and 1 foot out,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it was easier for me to just step back than it was to go forward,
Yeah.
you know, because that's the hard part, going forward,
Right.
you know.
It's unfamiliar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes that unfamiliar territory be so intimidating that you ain't trying to go there. You know what I'm saying? But that's exactly where you need to go.
Right.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
and that's the thing, you know, I mean, if you from the streets, you're going to walk down a dark alley where you know it's going to probably be a problem.
Right, where it's it's goon activity in
Yeah.
the past.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
You know,
Not
that's
where
like you
I'm
grew up.
strapped,
You
right.
grew up in the mill. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm off the east side. I wasn't walking through the south side. You know, by myself. You know, just in uncharted territory.
I did.
So it was. I
got jumped too.
Hey,
I learned the hard way.
you learned the hard way. You know, I used to catch the 14 bus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, straight up.
try to get off. You know, go see this little girl. You know what I'm saying? I jump off that bus, run straight through the backyard, get over there real quick. You know, then I leave the backyard, jump right on the bus. I knew the schedule. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I wasn't finna get caught in the alleys because I tried to walk to the gas station one time.
Right.
You know, got surrounded by about 10 kings.
Man.
I said, look, luckily I was in jail with one of them, you know, so they gave me a break.
Yeah.
You know, I got a pass.
Right.
But he let me know, you ain't going to get another one. I was like, cool, you ain't going to see me over here no more.
Right.
So,
Yeah, man. You got to be careful on them jukes and cuts.
yeah.
You know
But I
what
mean,
I'm
that's
saying?
kind of the same thing when you trying to jump out, you know, and buy a house or start a business or run a church.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't know what to expect.
No,
You don't know what's
it's
going to happen.
unpredictable, yeah.
Exactly. You're going to jump out there. I mean, you might start ministering and catch one or two, you know, fish, what they call them, fish. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Fishers of men. You catch
Sure.
one or two, or three, you know what I mean? But if you keep going
Mm-hmm.
and stay on course, you see what can happen.
Absolutely.
You know, because we watch you grow.
No doubt.
You know, so yeah, man. So how do you feel about you know, that Trump situation, man? It came out on the news this morning.
Oh man, I couldn't believe my ears when I saw the fact that he had got
Man, 34
34
felony counts.
Yes, guilty on all charges. I thought
Crazy.
that was unbelievable. Man, part of me has a hard time still believing that it happened, and there's even going to be any repercussions. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
and I was talking to a coworker, and they were saying, "Oh, he'll probably just get pardoned." Like, I don't think that you're going to have the former president of the United States sitting in any type of jail or prison.
I don't think it can happen.
And you know, I don't know where this is gonna go next, because, like, you know, he still has an incredible following.
That's the
of
biggest
loyal
thing.
people
Yeah.
Who justify any and everything that he does. You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably could commit murder on cam.
Well, I just want to
and
say,
they would
man,
say
on,
it's all
on
good,
camera,
but-
anybody that's on either side of it, let's keep the peace.
Right.
Let's
No,
keep
we
the
don't
peace
need,
because I mean, we
another-
saw what happened at the Capitol.
Oh,
you know what I
man,
mean?
That was unbelievable.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
mean, there's different factions that are going to be upset.
Sure.
You know what I mean? A lot of people gonna be happy.
It's a scandal,
Right.
It's false news. It's like, man.
So we just got to
hey,
keep the peace. Everybody
Right.
stay the path and
don't know
stay
what's
peaceful
what.
with it. But I just know that, you know, me as being a felon and being somebody who has been in prison, you know, my thing is, you get probation for something like this. You know what I mean? And you a figure of authority. You know what I mean? And there's no repercussion.
Right.
But yeah, you get caught with a couple bags on the street, in Milwaukee, you finna go up for 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's homies still getting out. You know what I mean?
This
From
is,
poor choices.
This is white collar crime too, isn't it?
Yeah. I looked it up. So when I looked it up this morning, and I don't 100% rely on the internet, but I looked it up and it said that it's a zero charge or zero time for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an offense that carries zero time.
Wow.
That's exactly what it says. Zero, not 1%, 2%. It
Charge them
says
with
zero.
something, anything.
So I said, but with 34 of them, you know what I'm saying? I think it says something along the lines of like a max sentence of 4 years.
Oh man, Trump ain't finna do nothing.
Nah, I said he gonna get house arrest.
He got money, right? He gonna pay a fine.
Get house arrest.
He gonna pay a fine. He gonna get some community service, time served, and something else.
Hey, I mean, the community service gonna be talking. That's what he do.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
exactly what it's
I don't want to get too, go to a couple schools and speak. You know what I
Right.
mean? Talk to the
A
youngsters.
rally. Next thing you know.
I definitely don't want to get too political, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of different mindsets out there.
For sure.
But, I just wanted to touch base on it, and kind of see what people's thoughts are. So when this episode comes out, be free to shoot your comments, you know what I'm saying? Let us hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm not saying anything about whether I'm a Democrat or Republican. I'm just speaking on the facts that, I think it's
right. What I heard on the news. Yeah, I'm going off what I heard on the news,
Right.
and
I feel like there could be a somewhat ripple effect, you know what I mean, behind all of this.
Well, that's why I say
So
keep
we'll
the
see what it
peace,
looks like.
keep the peace,
Yeah.
because, the blowback behind it, could be detrimental.
Sure.
You know what I mean? To a lot of communities.
The country's already divided to some
Right.
degree, you know what I mean? And the last thing that we need to do is become even more divided. And I mean, I don't know what this means for the end of the year. Can he even run for president now?
I think legally you can. Yeah,
Okay.
legally you can. That's what it says.
This will probably tarnish the way he's viewed by some people who weren't all the way
Right, all the way through.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know?
Like there were some that are on the fence for Biden, on the fence for Trump, and now this is probably going to hurt him a little bit to a degree,
Right.
no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that being already established, and he was already on the campaign.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So already being on the campaign, he already built that momentum.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So it's hard to say.
Right.
I mean, kind of like sports.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to say. You know what I mean?
Speaking of sports, man, the NBA Finals, the Dallas Mavericks, the Boston Celtics. Who you like? I know you a hoop head. You a hooper. I'm a hooper.
I
who
hoop.
Who you think gonna win the championship?
Man, I really don't care. The Bucks ain't in it. You know
I
what I
hear
mean?
you,
So
man.
I'm
I
already,
don't care
I'm already,
neither, but I
kind of
don't want
gave
to
up.
win,
You
but-
know what I mean? And I haven't really followed it much. You know, I've been too busy trying to wrangle up these kids,
Yeah.
deal with them,
Okay.
and my time's been real pressed
hear you.
on everything that's going on.
Right.
You know, like I had to fill out my calendar.
Uh-huh.
It's crazy. You know, I put my
feel you.
sleep time in there. It's about 2-3 hours.
I was about to say it ain't a whole lot.
Nah, it's
Same
not.
here,
It's
neither.
not. You know,
Man, I've been so tired. A couple of times this week, dude. Like I had one of the boxers lead a training session
okay.
because I was so exhausted. And then another one we just ended straight up canceled. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Say,
yo,
look, we can't do it. We can't
for
do
real,
it.
like I was too exhausted, man. Working both jobs, you know what I mean? Like I ain't getting home till late.
Man, so how's the gym coming along?
Dude,
Man, I've been seeing packed.
Yeah, it has been packed, and I've been getting a lot of people reaching out to me, like people from Fond du Lac talking about they want to drive and come through. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We already got people from Green Bay coming through, like Valders, and then like old guys that hadn't been to the gym in a while started coming back. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like tonight is Friday night. We're gonna have open sparring, and it's gonna be entertaining. You know what I'm saying?
I'm making calls.
Straight up, like.
Come back in here and make some music too.
All right,
make
come
some
on.
calls.
Let's have some
Get
beats
off
going.
tonight.
You know what I mean?
get it.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean?
That's
But
right.
Yeah, no, we've been loaded up. I really need to find a whole new location.
Man, I've been
because
seeing
it's
I've been
too big.
seeing the videos, man. And I'm like, okay, it's a whole
We saw live
gang
from
of them
the
here.
today.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we
You
had
know?
a giant in here.
I seen that. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, it's Paul Bunyan.
For real.
Paul Bunyan of the Midwest.
Right.
You know, that's what we gonna call him.
Sasquatch. Sage the Sasquatch
You
Earthman.
seen the Bigfoot in
Straight
Wisconsin. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Usually that's where they be seeing Bigfoot out in the mountains. Be like Tennessee
Montana
or something, Montana or
North
something.
Dakota. Yo, I was talking to some of my boxers, and I was asking them to come up with nicknames for themselves. And this one kid, he's half Filipino.
Oh.
And,
Uh-oh.
and his nickname was the jalapeno.
The Filipino jalapeno.
And then this other guy, his name is Javon. He said he was going to call himself the I don't want to mess it up. He said the Caucasian cracker.
I got a name for him
Something
though.
like that.
So,
I'm like, we ain't going with that.
so you remember a small incident, you know, a couple months ago. You know what I mean? I got a name for him. I'm gonna give him a name. You know what I'm saying? He the one hit wonder. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, you know,
I don't know what you're talking
you
about.
don't remember that one incident? I called you about it when they was showing the videos around. You know what I'm saying? And the kid was older. You know what I'm saying? Went to the school, you know, and yeah, he ended up jumping off the bus, man. One hit wonder. You know, and I
No.
called him on it too. I said, man, how was your day in school? He was like, oh, it was good. I was like, man, I saw the video. So yeah, the kids was passing the video around, man. Somebody was picking on his little brother. You know, or I don't know if it was his little brother or his older brother, but somebody was picking on his brother, and you know, he went to school, man, and you know, all I know is I can't confirm or deny, you know what I'm saying? Some noses got sprayed, you know what I mean? But yeah, he handled his business, man.
Okay.
I mean, as far as I know, he's not in high school, is he?
I still don't know who you're talking about. I was just going.
Javon. I don't think he's in high school.
No, Javon is not in high school.
No, he's not.
in 8th grade.
Yeah, he went to the high school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One hit wonder.
Yeah. He beat up a high school.
Yeah.
No, the boy. He's
So I mean, they learning.
they good.
They learning.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We get them right.
So you know, I mean, I don't promote violence, but you know, when you mess with somebody that's young
Yeah.
and can't handle the repercussions,
Right.
you know, it's probably just safe to be quiet.
Well, you better not underestimate nobody.
know,
that's
just
what
be-
that's what you
Be safe to be quiet.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so but
Stay
yeah,
humble.
I think I'm gonna call him. You know, I ain't gonna put Caucasian in there though, but you know, the one hit wonder.
Yeah.
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Okay, we could call him that. For sure.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
he put the work in, you know. So, but yeah,
Absolutely.
and he's a good kid. You know
No
what I mean?
doubt.
He's a real good kid. You know, every time I try to film and get video of him, you know, he's always like, "Hey, man, he's so amped up. I got a lot of pictures of him. You
Yeah.
know, just a smile on his face every time he's here sparring and boxing.
Right.
You know, he works good with the rest of the boxers.
Yeah, no,
You
he's
know?
got a bright future. No,
So-
he's definitely gonna be, whether it's in football or boxing or whatever he chooses to do.
Right.
I know he's gonna be great. For
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, man, it sounds like you know the month's been a good month.
Oh,
you know,
man.
because y'all know the end of the month. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
so you know it's the end of the month. You know, we finna start a fresh month. You know, with some fresh faces, new interviews.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, got a lot more interviews coming.
Right. If y'all got some ideas for some fresh topics y'all want us to talk about, or some people you want us to interview, send them our way.
Right. If you want to be interviewed, you know what I
Right.
mean? If you got a good story to tell, no, they got to be a good story. We want to hear your story. You know what I mean?
That's
we wanna,
right.
we want to share your progress.
Yeah.
So anybody that wants to share their struggles with mental health, trauma, you know, just anything.
Community engagement,
Definitely,
activities.
New businesses,
ideas,
everything. You know, that's what we trying to promote. Trying to promote networking and you know, just providing resources for people.
You better get with us right now, because I'm
Yeah.
telling you, we finna get big, and the time
Okay.
is gonna come where you gonna have to pay us to be on the show. You know what I'm saying?
right.
If you want to be on the show, I'm gonna be like, yo, we booked out for
That's right. Booked
3
out for
years.
a couple years.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you hit my hand, then maybe I can make
Slide you
arrangements.
in.
I'm like, Justin, let's work something
Let's
out.
go ahead and work them in.
You know
Work
what
them
I'm
in.
saying?
You know what I mean?
But if you ain't paid either one of us,
hey,
there ain't nothing we can do about it.
that's right. That's right.
Right. So you better get with us while the getting is good. I'm turning up. I'm like Charles now. I'm getting loud.
Tell him. About to light off a firecracker.
Hey, Cosmo! I'm shooting some bullets at you right now.
Let's go. Yeah. I gotta reach out to Charles, man. I gotta talk to Charles. You know?
Chuck,
Yeah. What up? Chuck.
Mama.
Still owe me $5.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yo, I guess that's it. That's
Yeah,
it for
man.
our
That's
episode,
right.
man.
You know, I
Yo,
mean,
shout out to my wife, Aurora, for being a wonderful woman and being good to me. Shout out to my children.
yes.
Shout out to all the fam. Shout out to the church. Shout out to my boy Justin.
And my man Michael Thomas.
Corey.
Mr. Corey, Mr. White. Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, I'm going to shout out to my lady, you know what I'm saying? Losa Marie, you know what I mean? Always been a blessing.
Losa!
You know what I mean? Been very supportive, you know, with all the BS through the years.
I heard that.
You know what I mean? Because even though anything's intentional, but she's always been there to support me.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And I want to shout out to the kids. You know what I mean? All the kids.
babies.
I definitely want to shout out to my nephew, man. He's doing,
Maya.
Mayan is doing
That's my boy.
amazing things. You know what I mean?
We need to get him on the podcast, man, and just talk about how he changed.
Yeah.
And how he's grown so much over the last few months.
Man, I got to tell him to stop buying bikes.
What?
Stop coming to get bikes. Yeah. I fixed 2 bikes
Okay.
over the last 2 days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he come home. He was like, I said, where your bike at, man? He said, it's over at work. I said, well, why you ain't carry it home? Like, you go to the gym every day, carry the bike home.
Right.
You know, but he left it in there locked up. I was going to fix it, you know. But, yeah, he doing amazing things, man. You know what I mean?
sure.
We still have our little quarrels, and you know, that's my nephew.
You
That's
gonna
my
have
blood.
that.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to stay on him.
Right.
But I love him, and he doing very well. You know, so shout out to Mayan.
Hey. And that's it.
That's a wrap.
God bless.
That's right. Real chat.
Real chat on the map.
That's definitely. Yes, sir.
Go.
Good one. That's a good one.
For sure.
And they be real dope.